Hello, hello, I'm here, we're back, and I've got another 2 workouts for you. I hope you're feeling great. I hope you are getting some rest. I hope you're sleeping. I hope work is not making you too crazy, and I hope that your beautiful baby belly is continuing to grow lovely. Okay, so that being said, I want to make sure that you're feeling fit and healthy and strong, and I decided to switch things up just a little bit this week. So one of your workouts, the second one, is going to be a very familiar format. You're going to be working with cardio bike Tabata and your 2 strength sets, and we're going to have a finisher at the end to really nail in some cardio boost, get that metabolism going and all that jazz. But the first workout we're going to do is going to follow a completely different format, and it's going to be great. We're going to play around with some intervals and your rest times and stuff like that. So walking you through the first workout, we have a cardio strength combo. That's going to be 4 moves. We are only going to be doing 6 reps per move, but we're doing that for a total of 6 rounds, okay? And in that time, I want you to take 15 to 20 minute breaks in between our moves, okay? So that's going to start us off, and then we're going to go right into a cardio burst off the bat. And that cardio burst, we're going to be working for 30 seconds. We've got another 4 moves, and we're going 3 rounds of those. That one, I want you to take maybe a little bit of a longer break, depending on how you're feeling. Then we have a strength set 1, and we're using the AMRAP format. So that means we're going as many rounds as possible. We're doing 10 reps per move that we're working on, and we've got 5 minutes that we're working through, okay? And then we have a separate, different cardio burst that's going to do the same format, the 30 seconds of the 4 moves times 3, and then another strength set, and again, that's going to be AMRAP, totally different moves, 4 moves, 10 reps, under 5 minutes, within the 5 minutes. So we're going to be doing that one. And that's about it. And I think that's it. Then you go into your deep stretch. So I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to explain the weights as we go. Let's get started on the first workout. Okay, so as I said, the first part of the workout is going to be a cardio strength combo. That means we're going to be working 6 reps per move, and we've got 4 moves, and we're going for a total of 6 rounds. So here's why I want you to amp up the weights where you can. It's only 6 reps per move. You can start off heavy, and you can always start decreasing your weight if you get to the 4th, 5th, or 6th round and you feel like it's a bit too much. I just want you to keep moving and stay strong. Take a little bit longer break if you need to, but I would aim for breaks to be about 10 to 15 seconds in between your moves. First move that we're going to do is you're going to go with a set of medium to heavier weights, so you can go with 8s or 10s here, I would suggest. We're going to just come into a static lunge here. We're going to go for a double high row into single. Okay, so it looks like this. We're coming up, elbows come out to shoulder height, nice and open chest. We come down, we lift for a single row, and the other side, and then back to that double. It's going to be 6 rounds, so I'll walk you through a few. We're coming up, squeeze down, lift, down, up, down, lift, lower, keeping that chest open the whole time, and lift, all the way up, bring it down, lift, squeezing shoulder blades back, squeezing your pecs as you come in, and that was 6 reps. So that's what the first one looks like. We got that. We've got 3 more moves to go. The second move, we're going to go into a plie with a bicep curl. Here's where I want you to go heavy. I would start with 12 or 15 pounds even. You're only doing 6 of them, so make them count. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades back, opening the chest, squeezing in your bum, nice and wide with your feet, toes are pointed out. We're coming down into that plie squat, opening up through the knees, pushing out through the bum, standing tall, squeezing those inner thighs together, and give me your bicep curl. So looking like this, we're coming all the way down, squeeze to come up, and curl. Down, squeeze, curl. So notice I've got speed, but my form is completely controlled. Drop it down, squeeze in, lift, release it, down. Squeeze back, release. 1 more to finish that round on this move, and release. That's 6 reps of the second move, and we go into move number 3. We're going to go reverse lunges with a lateral raise. I have dropped down to 3s here. I would say for you, try to go from a 5 up to an 8, depending how you feel. Remember, it's only 6 reps per round. So we're standing tall. We're going to go in back lunge, alternating legs, and both arms are coming up for your lateral raise. We come down, squeeze in, down, and back. That was 2. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. You got it? So it's only 3 lunges per leg, but you're going the full 6 with your lateral raise. And we have one more move for the strength combo, strength cardio combo. And we go into forward raise. I'm going to stick again with my 3s, but again, I'd like you to go 5s all the way up to 8s, preferably up at your 8s. Now we're just going to go into a regular squat. Feet are about hip width, just over hip width apart, standing tall. We're going to come down into a squat and forward raise. Down to a squat, forward raise. All the way down, squeeze to come up. All the way down, squeeze to come up. I'm tapping just under my knees, so it's reminding me to really push my bum back. One more for 6 reps and squeeze at the top. That's it. Okay, so we've done all of that. That would be 1 round. Now you got to repeat it 5 times and then join me for cardio burst. Alrighty, so now we get into cardio burst number 1. So it is 4 moves, but we are going to be working right side and left side. So it's really 2 moves, but we're going 30 seconds on each side, which will make it 4 moves, okay? So first move we're going to do is going to be single dumbbell swings, okay? Nice and easy here. We're just going to engage your abs, keep you nice and tight. We're going to have that weight out at the, actually, you know what? We'll keep it this way so it's more of a hammer swing. We're just going to swing down and back and lift it up shoulder height, down and back, lift it shoulder height, all the way down and lift. So I want you to go heavy here. I'd like you to be at a 15. You're going 30 seconds on the right, and then we're going to set it up, switch over, sink down, and then we go 30 seconds, sorry, that should be a straight arm, on the left, all the way down, kick it up, all the way down, kick it up. So that's 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left, and then we follow that up with a lunge, step to a knee. So we're going to come down into a back lunge, step forward, and drive the knee up. Step back, lunge down, step forward, driving up that knee. All the way down, forward, lift up, down, forward, lift up. 30 seconds on one side, and then we switch it back up to the other. So left leg comes down, we step forward, lift up the knee, step back. Down, step forward, drive up the knee, step back. Down, step forward, lift up the knee. So I know belly might get in the way. If you don't get all the way down and we're just here, you're cool, okay? Sorry, but it would still be that step. So bring it forward, step, drive it back, down, forward, and step. 30 seconds on the right leg, 30 seconds on the left leg leading, sorry, and then we're going to repeat that 3 rounds, okay? So those 4 moves, really 2, 30 on each side, times 3 rounds, got it? All right, now we get into strength set 1, and this is where we're going into AMRAP. So we are going to go as many rounds as possible. We're going to go 10 reps per move, and we're going for 5 minutes total. So if you have your phone handy or your iPad handy or even just a regular timer handy, I want you to set that for 5 rounds and get through these moves as quickly as you can within there. So taking a rest in between, I would try to keep it pretty minimal, but depending on how fast your heart rate's coming up. So anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds. If you need to go a little bit longer, take that extra time, okay? So first move we're going to do is a squat with a forward punch. And I'm using lighter weights, but I want you to amp that up. So it's only 10 reps and each punch is 1 rep. So I would go for an 8 here. So and see how you do. You can always drop it if you need to further along into our rounds, okay? So we come down into a squat, forward punch, down, forward. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Remember that you're driving your weight down through your heels in your squat, even lifting the toes if that helps you, spreading those butt cheeks, and then pulling up, using your inner thighs, squeezing your bum as tight as you can, pushing your pelvis forward, and coming out with the arm. I want you to drive that fist forward, really squeezing in your shoulder as you go. One more on the other side just to even it out, and push out. That's your first move for the first, for AMRAP, this section. Okay. And next move we're going to do is Bosu Kneeling Alternate Bicep. So I don't have a Bosu, as you know. I'm going to let you imagine that I'm sitting on a or kneeling on a Bosu right now. If when you're on your Bosu, I want you to try to tripod your knees a little bit so your feet are, can you see that better this way? So I'm opening up a little bit. I'm just a little bit more stable in my hips. My feet are probably dipping down the back of the Bosu and they're touching at the back just so that I'm nice and stable. Again, I want you to grab heavier weights. 15 here would be awesome. 12 is equally good. And we're just going to alternate sides for 10 reps. We're coming up into a bicep. This one's a hammer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's it for the second one, for the second move. Now, remember on that Bosu, you're going to feel yourself wobbling. I need you to engage your abs the best that you can, squeezing in your bum the entire time. If you need to slow down a little bit to make sure that you're stable, just slow it down. But give me those 10 reps. And remember that we're trying to get as many rounds as possible within those 5 minutes, okay? Move number 2 is done. Moving forward, and we're going into squat with a shudder. Again, I want you to keep the weights up to a medium height. So 7 or 8, perfect. We're going to squat and do our shudder, which you've done with me before. Elbows are up, chest height. Hello. And we squat down, come up, open the chest, squeeze to come back in. Open the chest, really squeezing in those shoulder blades at the back and bringing those pecs together in the front. All the way open, bring it shut. This is halfway. Squeeze. Remember your squat in the heels. Squeezing that bum, pushing through your pelvis at the top. Bring it up. And 4 more to finish it. Down, open, 3, open, 2, and 1. And release it. Awesome job. Move number 3 for the first strength set. And then we come down and we're going to go with your heavy weights. You're coming back onto your Bosu. Same tripod. Open up those knees. Bring those feet together in the back. Really squeezing your bum nice and tight. Grabbing 15 pounds. You can even go up here, depending on what you're comfortable with on that Bosu. We're just going for side bends. So you're going to come in just a little bit, standing tall, and we lean to one side, squeeze back into center, lean to the other side, squeeze back in. That's 2. Bring it down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, trying to get a little further each time. 9, I think I miscounted, that's okay, and 10, and that's it. So you've got 4 moves. In that AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. 4 moves, you're going 10 reps per move, and it's within the 5 minutes. And then we're going back into a cardio burst. Same format, but we're switching up our moves. So cardio burst, number 2, we're going to go forward and back squatted steps, okay? So we're going to sink nice and low into a squat. We're going to try to stay seated in our squat the whole time. You can bring those the hands up to chest height. You're going to walk forward, squeeze in, walk back with the left, squeeze back. Walk with the left forward, squeeze in, walk back with the right, squeeze back. I actually do not care how you're leading it. The most important part is to stay low in it and move at a quicker pace. So 30 seconds of this move, you're all the way down. We come forward, step, back, step, forward, step, back, step. Staying low the whole time, like I got a bench that's following me and staying under my bum the whole time. And back. 30 seconds of that move. Moving on to move number 2. This time we're going to go in and out squats. So again, we're sinking low. You're going to want to take those 20 seconds rest in between. We're going to come down nice and low. We're going to open up, squat down, bring it center, squat down, out, squat, in, squat. So as I come out and in, I am raising up a little bit, but I'm not coming up to a full stand. I'm staying in a crouch position, really pushing my bum to the back of the room, coming out, extra squat, bring it in, extra squat, out, squat, in, squat. That's 30 seconds there. And then we go into move number 3, and we're gonna go against the wall. So I know that plank is giving you a problem. I still wanna work in the chest and I still wanna work in your core. So we're not gonna do a big plank here. Nothing should be getting in the way. Tummy should not be bothering you. I want you to come all the way forward so that your nose is touching the floor or touching the wall. Push out through your chest and give me a kickback. So I'm coming all the way down, bringing it in and kicking back. So I'm pointing my toe as I bring my leg up, but I'm really reaching with my heel towards the ceiling. All the way down, push it in, kick it back. Believe me, my heart rate is up You don't need to be in a full plank. You don't even need to be in an incline plank. You can still work into that chest and into your glutes and into your core while you're standing up against that wall. Then we have move number 4, and we go into squat cross punch. So this is more of a rotation punch. Again, I'd like you to grab 7s or 8s here, and we come down into a squat. We're going to fully pivot and bring it across the body. We've done this before. However, this time I want to stay 30 seconds on the right, and then we'll go 30 seconds on the left, okay? So we're coming down to that squat, pivot and punch. Down to your squat, pivot, punch, down, punch, and punch. 30 seconds going that way, then bring it down, full pivot across, all the way through, bring it down, and bring it across. If you find that the 7 or the 8 are getting to be too much, then you can drop down to a 5, to a 3, whatever you want. I want that heart rate to come up, but I want your arms working as well. I want you to feel the weight of it as you're coming up from that squat. So see how you feel, but it's only 30 seconds and it's only 3 rounds, and I think you can do it. So that's the 4 moves, 30 seconds each, times 3, and then we've got 1 more strength set. Okay, so strength set 2, last of the first workout. We're coming out into a sumo or a plie, so toes are pointed out, legs are nice and wide, shoulders are back, kicking in that bum, squeezing it nice and tight. We're going to go down for that squat and bring it up into a high pull or an upright row. So we're coming all the way down and bringing it up, all the way down and bringing it up. Remember, this strength sets are AMRAP, so this is as many rounds as possible. We're going 10 reps within 5 minutes. So I'm going to bring it down. We'll go for 10 together here. Bring it down, squeeze to come up. All the way down, squeeze to come up. I'm getting as low as I can by pushing out through my knees and spreading my thighs, spreading my bum cheeks, and then squeezing it all back together. I'm lifting the weights up so that my elbows are coming up, shoulder height, down, and lift. 3 more here, all the way down. There's 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Then move number 2. This time, we're going to grab those 8s again. However, I think you could probably go up to a 10. We're going to go into a narrow squat, and we're going to go with a high row. So we're coming forward into a bend. I'm going to come to the side for the first one. So I'm coming into my forward bend. My arms are not directly by my side. I'm bringing them forward just a little bit. Abs are engaged. Chest is open. We're rowing up into the armpit and releasing it down. Rowing up, squeezing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I'll show you from the back. Really squeezing those elbows like you're trying to get them to meet behind your back. Okay? Opening up that chest. Bring it down. Let's go for 10 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm driving my weight down through my heels, lifting my toes a little bit so I'm not coming forward too much. Let's go for 8, 9, and 10, and release it to come up. Good job. 1 more move here. We are going with right lunge, left lunge squat. So I'm taking weights out of this one, and we're going for a right back lunge, left back lunge, squat in the center. That's 1 rep, okay? So this is your doozy for your 10 reps. Get them in there, no weights. Everything's nice and tall, nice and open, and we're gonna come down, back lunge, stand, back lunge, stand, squat, stand. That's 1. Down, lift it, down, lift it, sit in it, and squeeze it back up. That's 2. So remember, if you cannot get down all the way on that knee, the main focus for you is that I want you driving that weight through the forward heel so that you're really squeezing in that glute every time and making it work for you. Bring it up, bring it down, squeeze, low and high. I'll give you 1 more. That will take us to half, but you gotta do 5 more of those. Down, bring it in, and squeeze it up. Okay, 5 more of those, and you're done that last move, and then you bring it all the way back to the beginning of that set, into that AMRAP, and we repeat those 4 moves as many times as we can, taking you to the 5 minutes. And then, my dear, you are done workout number 1, which means that you get to get into your deep stretching, taking as much time as you can and as much time as you need to really cool down your body. Really breathe into each of your stretches, hold it at 20 seconds, and take a deep breath, and then go into another 20 seconds if you can, and you've got the time that day. Alrighty, so workout number 1, done. Let's go into workout number 2. So as I said, we're going back to our familiar format. I don't want to give us too many crazy things over the next 2 weeks, but then we can always switch it up again once we get through these ones. I think you'll like it. Again, added in some heavier weights again. We're not going into any planks that are uncomfortable, and I'm keeping in mind that we can't really reach up with basement ceilings, right? So we're still working all the muscles that we can in the best way possible for what we're dealing with. So in your workout number 2, dynamic stretching to start, 2 to 4 minutes. Bike cardio warm-up, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 minutes, whatever you have that day that you can do. You're going to go into your bike cardio Tabata. As we know, that's 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. If you are working upstairs on the elliptical, same thing. Play with your intervals. If you don't feel like busting it out in a sprint that day, maybe just ramp up your resistance, the tension, and make it a hill climb, whatever it is. But I want you working hard for 20 seconds and not really working easy, or not really fully resting, but working easily for the 10 seconds following. Then we have strength set 1. Strength set 1. We're going to go into a standing position, and I'm going to get you to be working with, let's go with the 10s to 12s on this one. So we're going to go into a bicep curl, tricep kickback, easy peasy, in that stance. So shoulders are back, pulling in your bum so everything's nice and solid. We're going to curl in a hammer, bring it down, and kick back through those triceps. Bringing it up, come on down, kick back in your triceps, and return. Give me a proper curl, bring it down, kick back, and forward. You've got 10 to 12 reps of this, and kick it back and bring it forward. Easy, we've been here before, we can do it again. And then we're going to come onto a ball that I have to grab. Magic. Okay, and we're going to go into a seated position. For this one, we are going to go, I'm going to get you to use an 8 or a 10. If you feel like you can bump up that weight to a 12, go for it. We're going to go for one arm overhead tricep, and again, that's 10 to 12 reps per side. So sitting nice and tall, your elbow's pointed out, and your elbow is at your temple. I want it to stay there the whole time. We're going to dip that weight down as low as we can and really squeeze through the tricep as you bring it back up. Coming down, tap, and squeeze, down, tap, and squeeze. You're really trying to keep that elbow in the same position the whole time so that you're just working your tricep. You're getting a nice stretch on the way down and a big squeeze at the top. All right, so that's going to be 10 to 12 on each side. I'll give you 5 on this side, standing nice and tall or sitting nice and tall. Bring it down, watching that elbow, kick it up, down, squeeze to come up, all the way down, squeeze, 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 bring it up. 2 more, bringing it down, guard that tummy. If you start to wobble, last one, and squeeze to come up. I did 5 each side, you're going 10 or 12 each side. Next move is going to be standing again, I think. Sort of, yeah, standing, but we're still using the ball. And we're going to go for heavy. We're going to have one arm or hand supported on the ball. I'm going to bring it forward. We're going to go into that static lunge position. So going at least 12 pounds here, probably 15. I want you bent over that knee, using that ball for support. You're going to curl up, regular hammer curl, regular bicep curl all the way down, 10 to 12 reps per side, all the way down. Squeeze to come up, all the way down, squeeze to come up. Then we're going to switch sides. We'll give you a 5 on the other. Move that ball, bring it forward. Remember, I want you sinking in so your hips are square to the wall or to the ball. Fingertips on the ball, shoulders are back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect, standing tall. So that again, 5 on each side is what I gave you. You're going 10 to 12 reps on each side. I'm using a 12 right now. I think you can probably go up to a 15. We'll see how you feel. We're only doing 2 to 3 rounds per exercise. It is a lot of reps, so I want you to play with that and see how you feel. And the last move for strength set 1, we're coming back to a seated position. I'm rolling all over the place on our ball. And we are going high bicep into a high kickback. So this is where you might want to come down to lower weights. You can try this at a 5. I wouldn't probably go up to a 7. You can try if you'd like to. I'm using the 3s right now. So I'm going to come out so my arms are nice and straight in front of me. They are at my shoulder level. I'm going to curl my weights in, and bring them back out. And then I'm going to kick back at that high level. Flip my hands around, high bicep curl, bring it down, flip my weight, and kick back using your shoulders and using those triceps. And extend it, flip, kick back, bring it forward, curl, bring it out, flip it back, squeeze to come in, forward, release it, and kick it back and bring it back in. That's 5. You're going 10 to 12. Even 2s here, you're going to find, especially when you finish the first round, going into the second round, everything's going to be tight and tired. So just be mindful of what you're using. I don't want you straining in your core. I want you to feel comfortable and confident with the things that, sorry, flip it around, with the weights that you're using, okay? 4 moves, that's your first strength set. You're going to follow that up with another cardio Tabata on your bike or on your elliptical, depending on what you're using. And then we're going to go into strength set 2. Another 4 moves. Again, 10 to 12 reps. And the first one we're going to do is squat, forward, lunge, walk. So let's see how much room I actually have here today. We are going to come into a squat, standing tall, bring it down, lift, squat, and stand. Sorry, my face is cut off. Then you're going to back walk it. Bring it in, down, bring it in, squat to stand. So I'll do that again. We're coming forward, all the way down as low as you're comfortable, and bring it down, bring it in. We're going to squat to stand, and then walk it back, or lunge it back, sorry, and lift, back, and lift, open it up, squat, and stand. One more time. I don't have enough room in my workout room, but, and forward, I'm giving it my best shot, and squat, and stand, back, squat, and stand, all right? 10 reps, that means coming forward is 1, coming back is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you got it? So good, okay. Move number 2, alternate side lunge with a squat. So, you can use a weight here, should you choose to. I have on the sheet, actually, for both of those, for that first one, to hold a heavy weight. Maybe the first round, just get through it and see how you are doing balance-wise with your stability, because it is movement. We're coming forward and coming back, especially in that first move. The second move, you can give it a go with a weight. We're going to be about hip-width apart here. You're going to step out and give me a side lunge, bring it back in. Step out, give me a side lunge, bring it back in. Squat down low and come up. So I'm a little less concerned about your balance and stability for this move, because we're not really being that mobile in terms of moving back and forth. But I just want you to be aware of your surroundings so that we're not toppling over, okay? So down to one side, bring it back in. Down on the other side, bring it back in. Squat center, stand tall. That's 1 rep. Down, bring it in. Down, bring it in. Squat, stand tall. There's rep 2. So 10 to 12 reps of that one. You're really squeezing in. As you come down, I want all that weight in your lunge leg, in that heel, sorry, and then bring it back in. Same thing on the other side. Watch that alignment with your knee and your ankle. Bring it in, and in your squat, really trying to reach your bum to the back of the room, drawing up those toes so that you squeeze to come back up, fully using your bum. Perfect. Okay, and move number 3, clock lunges. So I have you again at heavy weights, but again, we will be moving. So balance and stability. Try this without the weight to begin. We are going to go into a forward lunge, bring it center, side lunge, bring it center, back lunge, bring it center, and then switching legs. Back lunge, center, side lunge, center, forward lunge, bring it back in. And then we keep going all the way around. So you've got forward, side, back, side, forward, and all the way through. And that's going to be each side is going to be 1 rep, okay? So there's 1, and then this is going to be 2, and then 3, and 4, and you get the drill. And we go all the way up 10 or 12 reps, depending on how you're feeling. If you feel confident in those lunges to hold a weight in your hand, then by all means do it. You're not physically, 1 foot is always going to be stable on the floor. However, I just want you to be aware of your changing body and changing structure so that you're not falling over, okay? And 1 more move. We have got forward, back, squat, walk, Okay, so here is where you can use a weight. We're gonna hold that dumbbell. You can go heavier or long. Actually, we'll start nice and tall. You're gonna hold it nice and long. Then we're gonna sink into a squat. I want you to walk forward for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back. 2, 3, 4, forward. 2, 3, hello, back. 2, 3, and down. So forward is 1 rep, back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got it, and that is strength set 2. And then we got a finisher. You got 1 minute per move. There's 2 moves, and you're done this workout. You're done both workouts, and hopefully you're feeling amazing. So finisher includes lighter weights, and we go squat, hold, overhead punches. These ones burn. They are tricky. So a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're going to go into a wide squat here. We're going to sink down nice and low. We're going to go overhead punches. So we're coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. All the way through. I'm sinking and staying in that squat the whole time. My legs are going to burn. You got to sit here for a minute. Up and over, up and over. Let that jiggle, let that burn. Trying to keep everything nice and tight in your core and really sinking in those heels so that we keep our proper form. All right, and the second move, we're going to go light to medium weights, and we are going, these ones are tricky. Okay, they're fun, but they're tricky. Okay, we're going to come down into a little squat here, and we're going to come down into a back lunge. I'm crossing my body in a cross curl. So back into that lunge here, and then we kick back with the tricep. Bring it across the body, kick it back, cross the body, kick it back, cross the body, kick it back, cross the body, kick it back. Guess what? 1 full minute on one leg. Then I want you to shake that stuff out, and then you're going to come in. Actually, we start here, and we're going to go 1 full minute on the other leg. This is a killer. It's going to burn in your butt. Your arms are still working. I'm using a 3 here. You can go up to probably about a 7. I wouldn't push it larger than that because we're really working into those glutes, and that's where I want the focus so that heart rate comes up a little bit. So down and back, down, back, cross curl in, kick back, cross curl in, kick back, all the way, and kick it back. And that's it, my friend. So another 2 workouts coming your way. Hopefully you will find some evenings where you're not having to do work and that you can get this out while baby's sleeping, and not just having only time on the weekends, because weekends are precious too, and that's the time that you guys all get to spend together. But work out on the weekends, you know, get it done whenever you can. But I hope you enjoyed these 2. Please give me some feedback. Let me know when you want to check in, and we can talk in person. Until then, power on, stay strong. Talk to you later. Bye.